Hello everyone, I'm Professor Sonali Prawar from Parvatibai Ngenba Mosi College of Engineering and Technology. This is our second lecture of AVE, that is Audio Video Engineering. The first chapter is Fundamentals of Television. We have seen different terms in this Fundamentals of Television. We have seen Introduction to the Television. We have seen what is actually the television broadcasting system, what is practical television broadcasting system, that also we have seen. Then we have seen what is the scanning principle, different types of scanning, that is interlace scanning and progressive scanning. Then we have seen fundamentals of color television. There are different terms related to that color television, how that color television is displayed on the color TV, that also we have seen in the fundamentals of color television. Now we will see next point, that is mixing of colors. As we have seen in earlier lecture, there are three primary colors: RGB, red, green and blue. Different colors are formed by, means whenever we can see a picture or whenever we can see what on the screen of the television, we can see different colors. How we can see their different colors? Because primary colors, there are only three primary colors: red, blue and green. We can see different colors by adding this primary colors, so that there can be number of combinations of color over the television. हमको different colors दिखे. That is the purpose of mixing of the color. We will see there are two types of mixing of color: additive mixing and subtractive mixing. We will see in detail what is additive mixing and subtractive mixing. In additive mixing, in this method, two or three primary colors are mixed together to form a new color. Okay, two color or three color we are adding primary colors, and then we form a new color. By mixing primary colors with different intensities, we can obtain all types of color. What is different intensities? That is nothing but the different proportions. Means by adding the color with different proportion, different percentage. कोई भी कलर हम डायरेक्टली ऐड करते हैं क्या? मतलब कोई भी एक बाउल भर के ये कलर लिया, एक बाउल भर के दूसरा कलर लिया, उसका कलर फॉर्म हुआ. दैट इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली द प्रॉपर वे ऑफ एडिंग द कलर. In general, यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Light of that particular is added. Bowl is just I have said just for the purpose of understanding. In mixing of color, we are adding it in different intensities, different proportion, so that we can form different combinations of colors. Now, as you can see in this figure, method of additive mixing is given. It is by mixing 30% of red, 59% of green and 11% of the blue. We can see 100% of the white color. How white color is formed? We have to add these three colors with these different intensities or different proportions: 30% red, 59% green and 11% blue. Then we will form a white color. As you can see here in the diagram, जहाँ पे 100% लिखा है, you can see by the arrow white color is given. ब्रैकेट में दिया है रेड प्लस ग्रीन प्लस ब्लू, वेयर रेड इज 30%, blue green is 59% and blue is 11%. That is nothing but the additive mixing. white color कैसे form होता है. Then yellow is also given. Yellow is formed just by adding red and green. Magenta is formed by red plus blue, and then sand color is formed by green plus blue. These are different combinations of color to form a new color. Okay, this is the main purpose of adding colors in the color television. In the additive mixing, the formula is y is equal to 59%. We have seen 59% it was red, 30% it was green and 11% it was blue. So all these color are added and we can form that particular white color. After that, magenta color also we have seen. It is 41% magenta color we have seen. That is also formed. Sand color is also formed by adding different, that is green and blue color. We can in this complementary color. What is complementary color? The complementary color is color obtained by mixing only two primary colors. यहाँ पे तीनों कलर मिक्स कर रहे हैं क्या? Just like that, in the yellow we have added only red and green color, then we are forming yellow color. Here ultimately yellow is nothing but a complementary color. Okay, magenta is also complementary color because we can form that by adding red plus blue, and sand is ultimately a complementary color. But white is not a complementary color because we can form the white by adding red, blue and green, all the three colors. Let's see second type, that is subtractive mixing. In subtractive mixing, the reflecting properties of the color pigments are used. Okay, a color pigments can absorb all the color wavelength except its characteristics color wavelength. Its characteristic color frequency alone is reflected if we are mixing 2 or 3 color pigments. Then a color wavelength common to them only reflected. This method of mixing is generally used in color printing and color painting. ओके जब कलर पेंटिंग यूज़ करते हैं या कलर प्रिंटिंग, जो पोस्टर कलर्स या डिफरेंट कलर्स वी आर यूजिंग, देन दिस मेथड इज यूज सब्सट्रैक्टिव method. And color print, in color printing also we are using this method. By mixing primary colors, black color is got. We can get black color by mixing the primary colors. Different colors are obtained by subtracting primary and secondary colors from the white. That is what subtractive method. In subtractive method we can form by subtracting, मतलब कुछ proportion में एक जो color है उसमें से वो दूसरा color जो है subtract करेंगे, उसमें से उसका जो form है वो remove करेंगे, then we can form a new color. So this is called as a subtractive mixing. This is the basic diagram of the subtractive mixing of the color. Here you can see black is formed by mixing red, blue and green, that is in the different not by mixing, that is by subtractive mixing. Okay, that is by subtractive mixing you can form black color. Then yellow color is also given by subtracting white and blue. Then green color is formed white, blue and red. Cyan, white and red. Blue is given by white, green and red. Then magenta is given by white and green. Red is given by white, green and blue. This is nothing but the subtractive mixing of the color. Okay, these are the two types, additive mixing and subtractive mixing of the color. Now what is color perception? How color is formed in our eye? Whatever the color we are seeing, that is formed or that we can see in our eye, how that is possible, that is given here. The retina on the back side of our eye has light sensitive organs. We have seen it before also, that are able to sense the light variations. जो black and white light sense कर सकते और color light sense कर सकते. Also the retina is connected to the optical center of the brain optical nerves. We have two types of light sensitive organs, they are called rods and cones. Rods are used for black and white image, or we can see it for brightness variations, and cones are used for identifying the different color informations. Okay, the colors are transferred to the optical nerves. They are then mixed together to identify the original color. That is the need of mixing of the color, additive mixing and subtractive mixing. There is the need of mixing that colors to form the original color. जो कोई भी original color हमको record किया है, for getting that original color, mixing of this color is necessary. Now let us see next topic, that is chromaticity diagram. What is actually the chromaticity diagram? Chrominance or chromaticity diagram is a graphical representation of primary colors and all other colors in a space coordinates. Okay, x and y axis लेंगे हम कोई भी. In that x and y axis, by using color coordinates, we are forming a graph, that is nothing but the chromaticity diagram. Based on the principle of tristimulus value, white color is formed by mixing 30% red, 59% green and 11% blue. We will see in next figure. This is the figure, that is nothing but the chromaticity diagram. In that figure, two-dimension graph representation is done, hue and saturation on x and y plane. We will see in detail what is hue and saturation. There are different terms, luminance, that is nothing but the brightness, hue, that is tint, and saturation. We will see these terms. First let us see what is actually the chromaticity diagram. It is the graphical representation. It is the two-dimensional graph representing hue and saturation on xy plane. In 3D representation, two axes is used to identify the brightness of the color. Chromaticity diagram is in shape of horseshoe. That's why on the three corners we have primary colors, and on perimeter different colors are available. We will see in this diagram, it is like horseshoe. We can see horse का जो leg होता है, जो end point होता है, it is also having the same shape. On moving towards center, pure colors are mixed with white and desaturated. Point C represents white color. This point is a coordinate of x is equal to 0.31, y is equal to 0.32. Sunlight, skylight and daylight are all different forms of white light. You can see that in this diagram. You can see in this diagram, at the center there is a point C, and different pure colors are directly mixed with that particular white color, and they are saturated. This is nothing but the chromaticity diagram. This chromaticity diagram is formed by all the rainbow colors arranged along a horseshoe shaped triangular curve. Okay, this is nothing but the horseshoe shaped triangular curve, जहाँ पे all the colors we are arranging and we are mixing it with the white color. This is nothing but the chromaticity diagram. We will see what is advantage of the chromaticity diagram is that the practical advantage of the chromaticity diagram is it is possible to determine the result of additive mixing of any two or more color lights by simple geometric construction. ओके यहाँ पे कोई भी टू कलर्स हम ऐड कर सकते हैं, जो प्राइमरी कलर्स है यूज कर रहे हैं, वी कैन ऐड एनी टू कलर्स एंड वी कैन फॉर्म अ प्रैक्टिकल कलर. द कलर डायग्राम कंटेन्स ऑल द कलर्स ऑफ इक्वल ब्राइटनेस सिंस ब्राइटनेस इज represented by the z axis. Okay, now we will see different terms, that is luminance, hue and saturation. These are different properties, okay, or the characteristics of a color. We can call it as characteristics of the color. All the colors are having the following three characteristics, that is hue, saturation and luminance. Now let us see what is luminance. It is the amount of light intensity as perceived by the eye regardless of the color. Whatever it is, the amount of light intensity regardless of the color, it is received by eye. It is also called as brightness, single y-axis and white signal. Hue is nothing but the tint. It is a predominant spectral color. For example, green leaf has a green hue and red apple has a red hue. It is predominant spectral color. Whatever actually color of that particular object is nothing but the hue. As we have seen, green leaf में hue क्या होता है, that is green, and apple में क्या होता है, red is nothing but the hue, that is tint. What is exactly actually the color of that particular color object. Saturation, it will indicate the spectral purify of color, that is it will indicate how much white is mixed with the particular color, that is how much percentage of the white is mixed with the color, that is nothing but the saturation. हम बोलते हैं कि कोई भी कंपोनेंट को सैचुरेट करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है, उसमें दूसरा कंपोनेंट हम जब ऐड करेंगे देन दैट कंपोनेंट विल गेट सैचुरेटेड. जस्ट लाइक दैट इन एनी कलर हाउ मच परसेंटेज ऑफ वाइट कलर इज एडेड और हाउ मच परसेंटेज ऑफ वाइट कलर इज सैचुरेटेड, दैट इज नथिंग बट द saturation. Chrominance, hue and saturation together are called as chrominance or chroma signal. That's why we are having chromaticity diagram, which is the plot of hue and saturation over x and y axis. Getting it? Now let us see what is NTSC color TV system. Here NTSC stands for National Television System Committee. Now we will see some of the features of NTSC, that is National Television System Committee. It is developed in US. It is compatible with the 525 lines, 60 fields per second. 2:1 interlaced monochrome system. To transmit the color information, we use I and Q signal derived as following are the expression for that. I and Q signal are used for transmitting the color information over the color television. I is equal to V cos of 33 degree minus u sine of 33 degree, and q is equal to v sine of 33 degree u cos 30 degree, where u is equal to 0.492 b minus y and v is equal to 0.877 r minus y. This is nothing but the equation for I and Q signal, which are used for transmission of color information, where B minus Y and R minus Y are the color signal that are contains the real color information. Further, U and V are weighted colors signal, and I and Q are then obtained by U and V by above formulas. I and Q are used to modulate a color subcarrier of frequency 3.58 MHz using two balanced modulators. Variants of NTSC are NTSC 4.43, that is VCRs, NTSC-J, that is used in Japan, and NTSC-M, same as J but includes blanking pulses. Now let us see some of the advantages of the NTSC system. It is having higher frame rate, which reduces the visible flickers. It has having less inherent picture noise, which is having better signal to noise ratio. Every time whenever we send a particular signal, for that signal to be transmitted or to be sent properly, means when we get 100% output, then signal to noise ratio is maximum, because amplitude of the signal over amplitude of the noise, when it will be maximum, when the value of the signal is more than value of noise, or value of noise is very less, then and then only signal to noise ratio will be higher. Simpler circuits than PAL and SCCM. We will see this too, PAL and SCCM also, SCCM systems further. They are simpler than, NTSC is simpler than PAL and SECAM. It is easy studio mixing, that it is less costly than PAL system. Now some of the disadvantages of the NTSC system. It is small luminance signal bandwidth 3.85 MHz, which increased likelihood of interference. Susceptible to hue fluctuations. Lower gamma ratio, that is 2.2 as opposed to 2.8 in PAL system. That gamma ratio is 2.8 in PAL system, where that is 2.2 in this NTSC system. It is more costly than SCCM. Having low numbers of scan lines means reduced quality on large TV screens. We have seen scanning में जो lines होते हैं, that are very lower in NTSC system, which can reduces the quality of a signal over a large television screens. Now what is actually the NTSC system? Now we will see color versus area for this NTSC system. The typical human eye sees a full color range only when the area or object being viewed is relatively large. As the size of this area or object decreases, it becomes more difficult for the eye to distinguish between the colors. होता है जब हम कोई भी बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट देखते हैं, then we can see it clearly, we can find the colors clearly. ओके और जब बहुत छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट देते, the size of the object becomes small, then colors cannot be seen properly. We cannot distinguish between the two colors. एक बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट है जिस पे ऑरेंज और रेड कलर्स दिए हैं, and it is having very big size. We can distinguish between the two colors. If an object is very small and it is having red and orange color, which looks ultimately similar, okay, similar ही दिखते, थोड़े बहुत similar दिखते. When the size of that particular object decreases, human eye cannot distinguish between the two colors, so it becomes more difficult for the eye to distinguish between the colors. Thus, the eye requires three primary colors for viewing large object or areas, but it can get along very well with only two when viewing a medium size object. Okay, जो medium size area हम देख रहे हैं तभी वो ठीक से then we can see it properly. That is, two colors in different combination will provide the limited range of colors that the eye can see in a medium sized area. when the area being viewed is very small, all that the eye can discern are changes in brightness. Okay, colors cannot be distinguished from gray, and in effect the eye is color blind. These properties of the eye are put to use in the NTSC color system. Firstly, only large and medium size areas are colored, then the fine details is reddened and in monochrome system. Second, we shall see later, the color information is regulated according to the bandwidth, that is the large object received more of the green, red and blue than the medium sized object. उसमें क्या किया जाता है, फर्स्ट जो मीडियम साइज के और लार्ज साइज के जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, दैट कलर इज फॉर्म्ड एंड देन स्मॉल डिटेल्स आर डन इन दैट पर्टिकुलर monochrome system. In the NTSC system, also the individual R, G and B signals are not sent keeping bandwidth requirement in mind. Okay, कब सेंड NTSC सिस्टम में हम ये RGB सिग्नल सेंड करते हैं, लेकिन बैंडविड्थ रिक्वायरमेंट उसकी चेक करते हैं कि नहीं. सेम कंसेप्ट दैट वी विल सी इन द PAL सिस्टम ऑल्सो. द जनरेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट कलर, डिफरेंट सिग्नल्स we will see in detail later. Now we will see what is actually the color processing prior to the actual transmission. मतलब ट्रांसमिशन करने से पहले what is the color process, क्या कलर प्रोसेस की जाती है so that it can be transmitted directly. उसमें क्या किया जाता है, फर्स्ट जनरल बेसिक सिग्नल्स, we take the जनरल बेसिक सिग्नल जो हमको ट्रांसमिट करने हैं. Then we generate a black and white equivalent signal of same signals. पहले वो ओरिजिनल सिग्नल होता है, जनरल ब्लैक एंड वाइट सिग्नल जनरेट करते हैं. देन वी जनरेट द कलर डिफरेंस सिग्नल. ओके, कलर सिग्नल भी जनरेट करना होता है. देन वी जनरेट अ सब कैरियर एंड साइड बैंड्स ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कलर डिफरेंस सिग्नल. देन interleaves signals and add color synchronization pulses. These are the steps or these are the processes we do before the actual transmission of that particular signal. Now let us see next point, that is NTSC phasor diagram. Now we will see what is actually the phasor diagram. The two new colors video signal, new color video signal which corresponds to these color regions are generated. We have to generate two new color which corresponds to these color regions, that is RGB color region. These are designed as I signal and Q signal. The I signal lies in a region 33 degree counterclockwise to R minus Y, where the I has maximum color resolution. You can see it in the diagram here. I signal is formed, that is R minus Y, counterclockwise to the R minus Y. You can see vertical line, that is 0.877 R minus Y. This is R minus Y. The counterclockwise signal, that is red signal here, and I signal is formed counterclockwise to that particular signal, that is 33 degree. It is derived from the R minus Y and B minus Y signal, and it is equal to 0.60 R minus 0.28 G minus 0.32 B. As we can see in the figure, it is located at an angle of 57 degree with respect to the color burst in the balanced modulator circuit. This is the diagram, you can see in that diagram. Similarly, Q signal is also formed. It is derived from the color difference signal by suitable matrix and is equal to 0.21 R, R is nothing but the red, minus 0.52 G, that is green, 0.31 B, that is blue. It is located 33 degree counter to that particular R and Y. Sorry, particular B minus Y. The whatever the signal I, that is nothing but the counterclockwise signal to the R minus Y. Vertical line counterclockwise signal to the vertical degree, axis, that is the I signal, and the second signal, that is counterclockwise to the B minus Y. You can say at both the sides of the B minus Y, that is Q signal. This is nothing but the phasor diagram of the I and Q signal into the NTSC system. It is all given, whatever is the degree of that particular signal with the axis is given. Till now we have seen what is actually the television broadcasting system, we have seen basic television broadcasting system, and we have seen the practical, whatever practically we seen, whatever the practical process is done in that. Then we have seen composite video signals, we have seen different scanning principles, we have seen the television standards, color TV system also we have seen, fundamentals of the color TV system, then mixing of the colors, that is additive mixing and subtractive mixing, color perception, how color is perceived on the human eye, that is also seen. Then we have seen chromaticity diagram, that is equal to triangular like circle which is having shape exactly like the horseshoe. We have seen how that chromaticity diagram is done, how that plotted, how number of colors or how the rainbow colors are formed on a particular x and y axis, that is shown in the chromaticity diagram. Then we are seeing what is NTSC, that is NTSC is nothing but National Television System Committee. Till now we have seen what is actually the NTSC system. Basic we have seen the NTSC system, then we have seen the phasor diagram of the NTSC system. In next lecture we will see NTSC system transmitter and receiver, that is encoder and receiver. Thank you.